the sequel to Dark Souls?
The 4D ride, yes.
Oh,
Spiritual.
man. It's like that.
Yes.
It's like the Back to the
Yes.
Future ride at Universal.
No.
4D.
Yeah, they
Something like
actually
that.
they actually go 40 miles.
Do you
Because
know-
that's the Simpsons
Did you
right
guys know that the original Back to the Future ride at Universal was just some fucking guy in a DeLorean that would just skirt you around the walkways? They
Really?
had to
Wow.
stop because multiple people died.
That's horrifying.
They'll usually.
That seems like a better ride than it actually turned out than the newer one.
I never
was.
got to go on the Back to the Future ride.
I don't
Yeah.
think I ever went on it because I had never I had never seen the movie, and then like my parents were like, eh.
Yeah, when I was younger, we never went on it because my whole family was like meh. And then I saw the movie, and it's now my favorite movie. And they're like, oh nope, it's a Simpsons ride now. And I'm like, all right, fuck. Next time I go, it's a Simpsons ride. The Simpsons
But
ride is
which
fun.
one?
Though.
But which
Simpsons
one
ride
is
is
your
a good ride.
But Max, which one is your favorite, and why is it the one where they go to the Old West?
It's not the third one.
What,
Honestly,
you don't like the time travel train?
People shit on 2 a little bit too much, in my opinion. And I hate the
It was
people,
all right.
John Mulaney, who says it's a movie about a kid that goes back in time to fuck his own mom. That's not what the movie's about. That's not what it is. His mom is attracted to him, and that's not a part of it. But it
They
makes
do imply
okay, but
a white man wrote a black man song.
it's not that either.
The second we get in this channel, Chuck just joins the other one.
I saw that.
Dude, get wrecked, Chuck. Welcome to the Oi podcast. We're back. We're back, babies.
Are we?
Ladies, babies,
For
babies
real.
and ladies,
No.
ladies and
No,
babies.
but babies watching.
Are we live? Are we live with the Bo Jackson podcast?
Are we doing it
Welcome
live?
back to the Bo
only
Jackson
two-sport
podcast,
athlete podcast.
the only podcast centered around Bo Jackson.
Yep.
The
Welcome
It's
to
a fact.
Welcome to
You
Snare
guys, you guys heard about the new Minecraft high pixel walls map that they made based on Bo Jackson?
I did
Yes.
hear about this.
Yeah.
I have an underground source that told me about it.
Yeah.
What, Chuck?
No, it was me on
Donnie when he made
Instagram.
it up. No, it was Donnie just now when he said it.
Okay.
No, I sent it on Instagram.
I know.
earlier.
I was just making a joke. Welcome back from the hiatus of the Oi podcast.
Max, what are you
because-
talking about? There's no. We record an episode every week without you.
Oh, you did?
We did the time skip. If you
Yeah.
guys were following the arc,
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
yeah, that's what I was
problem we
about
just
to
need you to
explain.
we just need you to upload all of them.
It's
and
we've been in
send
season
cryo
two.
sleep.
It's season
Is
2
there any
of the Oi
chance-
podcast because I was so far back in time that did I even post that one? I might not have.
Well, wait.
That's gonna
okay,
come
guys,
out.
Okay.
Well, wait,
okay.
man.
So the Oi podcast may have not existed. However,
look at the-
the
if you
Back
look
to
at
the
the
Future
upload
movies do
date-
exist.
Oh,
So
shit.
really, there's a chance that
All right.
Wait.
So my uncle came up to me,
Question.
and he's not really my real uncle. It's my uncle from my adopted family when I teleported back to the 1850s. Okay, I'm
Right.
now 155 years old, but I feel like
Oh,
a
he's right.
spry young 80. So I have canonically died. I have
Spry.
come back, and now I'm 100 and what did I just say? X amount of years old.
It's your own
55.
age. I would think you would remember.
No, Lucas. Once you get above 112, you just stop counting.
Numbers don't matter. It's either Tuesday or Wednesday, and otherwise you're dead.
Exactly. I wake up in the morning. I eat my pudding.
Friday,
you
I
Saturday,
get my
Sunday,
sponge
or the
bath
week.
because I sweat so much in my sleep, and I go back to bed. That's all I
Right.
do.
I wrap myself
my
in my
life.
sponge. I wet it out so I can have dishwasher washing water. Say that 7 times. Not
My
fast. just in
dishwasher
general.
is
Dishwasher washing
super
water.
freaking
Dishwasher
loud.
washing water. I can't really.
No.
Dude, mine was so loud too.
Is
but
it from like the
I had
90s like
I
mine
had to
is?
hand crank it. It was just really loud because I get it because I
Hand
was
crank it?
because I was in the past. We didn't have.
Oh.
But yeah, mine
Wait,
was
Max.
super loud. So like I would go in my bedroom sometimes and close the door and put on headphones just so I didn't have to hear it.
I tried doing it overnight the first time, and it literally kept me up for like an hour because
I
it
see
sounded
that.
like it was underneath my bed.
If you're in that situation, do it as soon as you leave for work in the morning. Just
That's what I started doing.
yeah.
But you don't want your clothes to sit there, do you? in the
Dishes.
dryer, like all wet?
Dishes,
Oh,
Andy.
dishes. Sorry.
I don't have a
Sorry.
washer and dryer.
I was thinking washer and dryer for some reason. Yeah.
I gotta do laundry. I've done laundry in like 2 weeks because the washer and dryer in my apartment complex broke.
Oh.
Donnie. That's why
It's
you
fine.
can't.
I've had enough clothes to get me through work.
That's why you can't wash your weed in the dishwasher.
Bro!
Okay. Question.
Keep us up to-
How many times do you guys wear jeans before you wash them?
Is that a
Currently, if I'm gonna be
question?
honest, like 4 or 5 times. It also depends what I'm doing, but
I don't wash my jeans unless they get dirty.
Usually 3.
yeah, well, that's kind of what I am. Usually, I pretty much do my jeans when I do the rest of my laundry, like my shirts, because I have a couple pairs of jeans I can go through. But like, if I just wear them to work, I don't really need to. But if I'm like outside or, doing stuff that might get them dirty, then I'll actually wash them.
Every pair of jeans that I wear gets dirty, without question. All the time.
Really?
Max, you're not supposed to shit in them.
I don't know what I do, but like when people are like, "Oh, I wear my jeans like for a week straight," I'm like, I wear my jeans for like 3 days, and then I look at them and I can see spots from things I did in the last few
Yeah, it
days.
depends if you're doing anything or
Yeah,
like
definitely.
because I wear them for work because I work at a jeans store. But like if I'm like going out and doing shit, like I got mine like soaked because I was doing some like water testing stuff out over by some of the lakes and everything.
But then
so
part
it's-
2 of this question is, how many pairs of jeans do you wear?
I got a handful. I got a
I
lot.
got like a dozen
Yeah, probably a dozen baker's
of
dozen.
various types. Some are made of corduroy, some are denim.
Yeah. Okay.
I think I
So
have
I'm
I
in
got a couple
pairs.
tweed pairs.
I'm in the same boat. I have like a bunch of pairs of jeans, so I don't really care. Like I'm not
Okay.
really like, "Oh, well, I only have 4 pairs of jeans and I'm going to do laundry every 2 weeks of
Oh,
my
yeah,
jeans."
yeah.
So then you wear them a
No,
few times.
no.
I can literally just wear a different pair of jeans every day for like 2 weeks.
Well, yeah, that's what I did. Like, I have like between my khakis and my jeans and like my dress pants, like it got me through 2 weeks worth of work.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, I need to go back to Levi's and get more pairs. I only have like 3
Come on
pairs
down.
of jeans.
Come on and slam, and
Get-
welcome to the gym.
Get the flex ones.
I do.
Yeah.
I have the flex ones.
Okay, good. Because I remember when I first started wearing them in high school, and all you guys were like, "You're wearing jeggings," and I was like, "Yeah, but it's
Well,
fucking
no,
comfortable."
the first ones you had, Max, were like super
Yeah.
elastic.
Yes. No, I
yeah, they
did.
were-
No,
yeah.
I yes,
Those
I do
were-
have a super elastic pair.
Yeah, like the ones
But
that
those
the
are
ones
so
that
nice.
I wore that one time literally felt like I was wearing like jeggings.
Yeah, but that's what's great about them. Is how stretchy they are. Like my black pants that I wear now, like they're like skinny black pants, and like they're like literally my equivalent of like yoga pants. Because like I wouldn't actually wear yoga pants because everyone would be staring at my butt all day, and I don't want them to do that.
You
I'd
have
feel
to have
objectified.
confidence.
No, I don't want to feel like a piece of meat, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah, I
the
don't want to feel like a
trick is-
walking piece of ass.
Ass
What
is
if you
too
are a
fat.
piece?
I can't be stealthy. My ass is too fat.
Colonel. I think we still made that joke. I think that joke is so old that we made it on the last podcast.
We've been in
I-
cryo.
It's
hasn't
still
it?
funny to me.
It still is funny because David Hayter still said, Colonel.
I still really like the voice actor for Otacon. I forget his name.
Otacon.
Snake Hatsune. I put his intro on Hatsune Miku. I'm gonna look up his name. I'm gonna feel bad if I don't.
Have you guys seen the guitar
She-
pedal that's Hasune Miku?
I
Have I
don't
sent you
want
that?
to.
It's so funny. Like, depending on how hard you play a note, it's different syllables in the Hasune Miku voice. And
Oh.
so you play guitar, and it makes it's so horrible. There's a
Christopher
video of
Randolph.
it. It's the first Andertons video I ever saw, and it's has probably like many millions of views now because it's so funny. It's a good one.
Okay, so I'm changing directions completely.
Oh, okay.
So you remember when I was looking at going to RIT and everyone laughed at the fact that glass was a major there?
Uh-huh.
So there's a
And
show
packaging.
on Netflix right now
Yeah.
about glass blowing competition. And one of the people on it is an RIT glass grad.
Nice.
Good.
Why'd you have to
So-
say it like that?
I just think it's funny.
R.I.T.
It's school
Glass
pride,
Glad.
Max.
Glass lad.
Grass lad. Glass lad. There we go.
Grass lad.
me and the grass
That's the
lads.
code word for your weed dealer, the grass. That's what he's in your photos.
What do you do for a living? I'm a grass lad. So you
And
do,
then,
like,
if, of
do you,
course,
like-
if
do you
it's
like
a girl, it's a grass
landscaping?
lass.
You do landscaping? Yeah.
I work in waste management.
That would be a really
Dog.
good cover up, is landscaping.
Yeah, no, honestly, because it's not even just gardening. It's
Yeah.
so simple, but to the point.
I'm a gardener.
Is it?
Good job.
Have you watched the? Have you? I presume you've
Sopranos?
watched the show. About
No, they
Glassblowing?
just RIT shared an article about it online.
Oh, so you're not a real fan.
No,
Tony, you
I
fucking
haven't bought any
poser.
merch yet. No,
You're such a poser. Name 4 of his albums.
dude, fucking
Name his pants
Junior
size, dude.
Seinfeld edition.
Oh yeah, you love your grandma. Name 3 of her albums. Not even a real fan.
Do you like video games? Name Super Mario State of Death.
He hasn't died yet.
Predict it.
Or he's died many times, but he's been resurrected because he is
Name
in
his
Smash
first one.
and he's in his
Yeah.
own video games and he's in Mario
Just-
Tennis and that game gets
Just
violent.
like Hatsune Miku.
Dude, Mario
She's in
Tennis-
Mario Tennis.
Mario Tennis Aces is the
Mario
shit.
Tennis Aces. I need to buy that.
I never played Mario Tennis.
Well, either you or Alex should get it for your Switch, Max, and you guys got to play it this summer.
Yeah,
Well, it's gotta be. We should get. It should be both of us, and then we'll just play.
I gotta get
constantly.
a Switch at some point.
You get the Switch Lite.
Switch Lite, yeah.
I'll get
Wait,
the
wait, wait.
Switch Lite.
Question.
Yeah, go
You could.
Donnie, you remember Mario Tennis 8? You remember the mode where you swing the like the multiplayer mode where you swing the Joy-Con to aim at the barrels or whatever?
Yeah, the arcade mode thing.
Yeah, the arcade mode. What happens with the Switch Lite? Do you just swing it around like it's a baseball bat?
No, you can
Oh, I
connect
didn't even
external
think about
Joy-Cons
that.
to
Oh,
it.
you can. Okay. That
Yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah, there's probably
You can
certain
connect.
games
Like
that
that's
are
the thing.
kinda-
People they didn't like emphasize enough is you can connect external controllers. You just
Okay.
can't take the ones built in.
I was gonna say because that'd be well. I mean, I figured you could connect a Pro controller.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like
Yeah. it'd
I didn't
be-
even think of like connecting.
Otherwise,
and I'm sure like
otherwise it'd-
on Thingiverse there'll be 3D printed stands for the Switch Lite,
Of course.
or
there
that'll
will.
be, and then people will sell them on Amazon and stuff. So like you could have it on
Honestly-
your desk as a little tiny screen and use a Pro controller or
I'm
whatever.
sure Nintendo will make.
I
one.
understand.
Yeah,
No
Nintendo
one-
might make one too. Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Well, that's like I understand it's supposed to be like handheld, but I still feel like it should come with like a little kickstand or something to.
It does.
pop
I'm
it
pretty
on.
sure. Like
Does
the
it?
normal Switch has a kickstand on the back of it.
I know, but I thought I read the Switch Lite didn't.
If it doesn't, that's stupid.
I still
And-
wish.
It's kind of like
Because
a
I feel like
DS.
I feel like a lot of people are still gonna get like
No, it doesn't have a
Pro
kickstand.
controllers or whatever.
It doesn't. Wow.
Yeah.
Damn.
I still
That's
wish
like-
and a
go.
clamshell design. Because I feel like if it's built to be more portable, there would be more emphasis on keeping it
Do you
safe
think
for being
there's going to be a
portable.
Switch XL?
No?
They say
iPad
next
Pro
year
size.
there's potential for one, like a different Switch. That's like beefier.
Give me a second. There they are.
Or? Or? Let's keep barking until he gets back. He's taking too long.
So yeah, hey everybody. I live in the South now.
Donnie, give me a good Southern accent.
Yeah. Dude, okay, that brings me to something.
Country boys, I love you.
That brings me to one of my topics is I meet people here that I don't think their accents are real.
You think they're faking
Like
it?
they sound like they're just like you just hear, well, I don't know. I can't do the accent well. I'm fucking terrible. But it's just like it sounds like your stereotypical cartoon Southern accent, and it bothers me because I'm like, you're not real. You're a cartoon
Like an
character.
Yosemite Sam almost.
Yeah, like seriously, like I just hear them from across the office. I'm like, that's not a real person.
I believe it. I think.
Yeah, I believe it.
I think they might they probably have an accent, but then when they get excited, they end up sounding like that or something. I don't know.
Yeah, for
But, like,
sure.
That's kind of funny. I was in Memphis driving across, and
Did you go to the world's largest Bass Pro Shops?
no, but I did see a sign for it.
It's a giant pyramid. You can't miss it.
I didn't see it. I just saw a sign for a Bass Pro Shop while I was in Memphis, and I thought it was funny. Because when I said I was in Memphis and you immediately replied with, "They have the world's largest Bass Pro Shop," I was like laughing my ass off. So I showed it to my mom, and the next day when we were leaving, we saw a sign. Anyway, our
Damn right you did.
our waitress, her name was Brittany, and she was very hospitable, but she like had like the most like sweet Southern accent ever, and she like kept calling us beautiful, and I'll get that right down for you. I'll put that right in, and she was just like way too nice, and my mom was loving it. She was living.
It's like it's uncomfortable how nice people here are.
Yeah, it's funny. I was always told about like how nice Southern people
Southern
are.
hospitality.
Yeah.
Like it's a thing. It's so uncomfortable.
Well, and because then I've read something about like traveling to New England and how New Englanders are considered very cold. And thinking about it, I was like, it's kind of true.
yeah,
like
we're all
you don't
different.
like if you walk into
I mean, especially in Mass.
especially man.
Yeah.
No, but like like down south, people will be like, "Oh, you need a place to sleep? You can stay in my spare bedroom." But then, like, you go up New England, you're like, "Hey, can I get a place to sleep?" Like, yeah, there's a motel down the street. If
Yeah, how much you willing to spend?
yeah, how much was like? There's an army pro shops down the street if you need to get a knife to kill any of the rats.
If you need a paperweight to kill rats.
Yeah, paperweight. Paperweight.
The paperweights.
I love that whenever if you just like raise your voice a little bit and you're like, man, look at these brass knuckles, God. Be like,
they're-
I love those
they're
paperweights or belt buckles.
I was on Facebook Marketplace the other day because I got bored at like 2 a.m. and I saw someone selling brass knuckles.
No, Donnie. Paperweight
No,
or
they were
belt
labeled as
buckle?
brass knuckles is the thing.
Paperweight or belt buckle?
What's a
or belt?
Oh wait, no, ballad songs are illegal, never mind. I was gonna say, what could they call a ballad song to make it not a ballad song? I
New
know
Hampshire doesn't matter.
because like there are definitely like spring open knives that they get away with calling them spring assisted.
Oh no, that's just no. They're called handicap knives for people with limited motor use.
We're thinking of the disabled, so really we're doing
Yeah.
it justice. Okay.
Yeah,
Go
there's
to
good
times,
people.
old man.
Switchblades are like the classic 50s ones that just like shoot out the handle. Those are kind of fucked up though.
Those are
Yeah,
sick.
no, those are deadly.
Those
like,
are
it's still-
literally
No.
meant to kill people.
No,
and only
those are
kill people.
stilettos. Well, wait. Well, what are you thinking of?
Hey, the ones,
ones
that
that's,
you,
like,
you press the button and
flick
it,
out?
and it comes out
Like
the handle.
the guys
It
with
comes
the
straight
out.
Labrador hair that come.
the ones that-
behind the shadows. Thank you.
The ones that stick straight out are stilettos, and those are nasty.
Yeah, because you can literally just go up to someone with the handle in your hand, press the
Yeah,
button.
you put it
and
on him, hit the
and
button, it
stabs them.
stabs them.
It's
Yeah.
fucked up.
Yeah, I didn't realize
Yeah,
how
those
fast they go out.
Those are crazy.
Really, like flip out, don't they?
Well,
don't
it's
they,
funny
like,
because
shoot out?
butterfly
Not
knives,
fun.
They shoot out
they're
the handle.
legal in a bunch. But butterfly knives are the most like impractical thing ever.
Yeah, they are. They're
Like,
kinda
I mean,
dumb.
and I'm pretty sure they're just banned because of like Hollywood
Wait,
showing
can you hear this?
bad guys with them. I can. Is that your trainer?
That's my butterfly knife. It just
Um,
happened to be on my desk because I found it in a drawer today and said, "Oh yeah, I have one of these."
I don't know.
I mean, they're stupid and practical. You're more likely to cut yourself opening it than the other person.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I dropped it. Hold on, let me pick it up. I can stab you.
You remember when Jarhead was arguing with me that they were like a very practical weapon to use?
Yeah. Okay.
And I was like, no, they're not. You have to do multiple motions just to get it open.
It's more.
there are quick openings you can do and stuff. There's like one.
But you
swing.
still gotta. It's still not as
But it
quick as like
like
just a sheathed blade.
It's
I can
more
just-
of a.
I can take a flip like my flipped knife out of my pocket and open it up.
Yeah. Like,
faster than.
that's faster than you can flip open a battle song.
It's
Yeah.
more of a big energy flex on them knife
3,
as opposed to a
2,
powerful one.
1, go. Open.
Yeah, you can hear it click.
I kind of
What
fucked
a-
up that
I'm
too.
actually gonna get it. I start doing tricks. Be like, oh, hold on, yeah, open.
Hold
Hold on, oh, like hold on, let me close it. Oh, my finger! Shit.
Cut my own hand open.
You guys, do
Oh
you think-
wow! Did someone grab some?
do you think you could open a? Do you think you could do the proper motions with your body if you taped a butterfly knife to your dick to open it
No.
and then stab somebody?
No,
Oh, easily.
absolutely not.
Without a
No.
doubt.
You
I've played
cut-
Well,
this
that
on
would-
Team
that wouldn't
Fortress
really be
2. I know a
possible.
thing or two.
Guys, my
What?
mom listens to these.
I
She
didn't
doesn't.
say anything
She
about
literally
that.
today.
She heard the
today
swear
when
now.
she said, "Is that for your podcast?" I go, and she was like,
What's
"I don't-"
that? What's a
she goes,
podcast?
She goes, "I don't really know what that is," and I said, "It's when me and my friends talk shit," and she was like, "Oh, okay," and then closed my door.
Where it's our hate cult.
It's our
Yeah.
hate crime.
It's where we complain for about an hour.
All right, guys, let's talk about the Conway police logs this week.
No.
No, we
We
can't,
can't talk
do
about that.
We can't do that.
There's no legal justification for that.
That just
It's
be
funny.
bad thing.
Oh,
We
oh
come
my.
back from our hiatus. Yeah, fuck these people we grew up with.
That's what podcasts are about, right?
Oh boy, I sure do have a bottled up rage.
Hey, Donnie. I
Oh,
mean,
man.
Andy. Which one are you?
I'm
Midget boy. Short stuff. Gnome.
that's me.
What's the alphabet game? Why'd you put that in the thing?
Oh boy, all right, hold on, I gotta get my phone to read this. All right, so today at work, I went to go to lunch. And usually when I'm on lunch, I text Brianna because that's like my free time. And so she says, her and her little sister were playing the alpha. It did not end well. And I said, I was like, oh, all right, what happened? Waited like 20 minutes because she was doing something else, whatever. Then I'm working and I'm sitting back at my desk, and I get these two texts. N, I have a pet. And I was like, hold on. Did your like 9-year-old sister say the N-word? And she goes, yup. And then she said, I have a pet N-word. And I fucking lost it in the middle of the office, right? And then I'm like, so what happened? And she's like, well, let's just say, I'm the only one that was laughing.
That's so.
That's
Oh
so
my
messed
God.
up.
Wow.
That's,
She
how
just-
old is she?
Like 9. She just came back from camp, so I'm
A young-
guessing she
Oh,
probably
no.
heard it
A
from
young
some kid at
prodigy.
camp or
I
something.
see.
Was it a was
Looks
Was it a
someone's
religious
gonna be a
camp?
sailor when they grow up.
No, it was like
one of the
Was it
town
camp?
ones?
no, it was one of the ones where it's like an outdoor camp where
Oh,
they,
okay.
you know, well, that's like every camp, I think, isn't it?
That's just not okay on a lot of
But I
That's
levels.
so funny.
I fucking lost it.
God.
The fact that she associated it with pet really just
Yeah, that
Ugh.
makes it so
Oh,
much
that
worse.
makes it so much more horrible.
So I'm guessing. I think I know what she meant because they have a black cat. And
oh,
she or I think she just thought that meant it was interchangeable for
She, like,
black.
Learned
So
the Spanish.
so I'm guessing she was just trying to say like, yeah, I don't know.
yeah,
That's
because like negro
so
is
funny.
black and Spanish.
Yeah.
God, I was laughing like such an idiot, and the other intern looks over, is like, "What are you laughing at?" I was like, "I wish I could tell you,
Yeah.
but I
You guys-
can't."
someone-
I hate when that
One
happens.
of you
That
guys
happens.
sent me something earlier when I was at work, and I just happened to look down my phone, and I was like pissing my pants laughing in my cubicle.
What was it?
I don't know, but there was something I found really funny.
A funny internet picture or a phrase.
I don't know. I'm looking.
Huh.
Because it happens a lot. Like when I'm around my family, like I'll look in oi, and I will start dying laughing, and
I was
then
like, "Oh, can I
they'll
see?"
go, "What are you laughing at?" And I turn to them and I say, "Even if I explained it, it wouldn't be funny." because like it could easily be something like cornflack, and I'd be like, "Oh my fucking god!" and I'd just be dying
Cornflack.
laughing, and I'm not gonna be like, "Ah, yes," to my 60-year-old father, and be like, "This is hilarious,"
Cornflake.
and he looks at it and he goes, "What the hell is that?" And I go, "I don't know. It's just funny." Or
Okay.
one
Oh, you
time-
know what got me going the other day at work? Oh no.
Oh, wait, hold on before I forget. Well, I was playing. What's the game where you put the answers and they come up on the TV? It's one of the Jackbox games. It's like they give you the prompts.
Quiplash?
Yeah, Quiplash.
No.
I was playing that with my family once because I showed them it, and they were like, "Oh, let's play that." And I was like, "All right, sure," and I'm so bad at it with my family because all my answers that come to mind are so inappropriate. So
just Andy
one,
is retarded.
one of them, one of the prompts was, Dennis the Menace grew up and now he's known as Dennis the blank, and I started laughing to
Dennis.
myself, and I go, I can't put the answer I want to put because it's just so messed up. But then my sister's like, "Oh no, put it. It'll probably be funny." So I put it, and then it comes up on the screen, and she goes, "Dude, what the fuck?" I put Dennis the rapist because I thought it was hilarious.
Yeah, that was my first thought too.
I just thought it was so funny. I was like, what's a fucked up thing for him to grow up to be? Really, I should have done something with an M because that would have made more sense. But
Career
like,
criminal.
the first thing that came up to me, or like Dennis the felon or something, I don't know.
Dennis the man pedophile? I don't know.
Dennis the slight nuisance.
It's
This
like
is
when I
the
oh.
bastard child.
But Dennis the
it's like when I was a kid.
Dennis the accountant. He's into the normal life.
No, so when I was a kid, we used to like always have barn cats. We just get like we'd get the cats that like the Humane Society like couldn't adopt, like have people adopt, and so we'd have barn cats. And there was one that came. His name was Lester, and someone immediately says Lester the molester, and I like didn't know what the word molester meant at the time. And so I was like, "What's a molester?" My mom's like, "Someone who's not very nice." I'm like, "Oh, okay, that makes sense because the cat's a dickhead." And then 2 years later, I learned what the word molester meant, and I was like, "Oh."
And for
Okay.
2 whole years, whenever your sister did something annoying, you called her a molester.
No, I never did that. But I would think about it. Like I would think about it, and then as soon as I learned it, like that was my first thought. I go, "Oh,
Oh, my sister
Okay.
molesting me.
that cat is a sex offender."
Okay, so I don't know why that reminded me of something. So 'cause when I used to stay at the elementary school after the after school program
At night.
at night, all the students would be gone. It was just my mom and the other teachers. And my mom's team teacher from 6th grade. I know Donnie knows her.
Yeah.
But
There's a Steely Dan song named after her.
yeah. But there was a Time magazine on one of the tables with Michael Jackson on the front. And I'm like, "Oh, Michael Jackson. I love Michael Jackson." And she goes, "He loves you too. Come here, little boy." And I didn't fucking get it.
Holy shit.
I didn't get it. And then my mom was like, "He wasn't very nice to little boys."
It's really funny phrasing. You can't explain that kind of thing to a kid, so it's literally just he was mean or inappropriate.
That's so
And you
funny.
just
Oh my
he
God.
swore. And nothing.
No, I think the time I figured out what the word molester meant was I was at my friend's house, and like my friend's a couple years older than me.
I was at my uncle's house and he got arrested. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, we were watching iCarly. And there's the episode where Spencer is working, he does the art with the criminals. You guys remember that one?
I
Mhm.
think
Yeah.
so.
And the guy's like, "Yeah, let's build a giant pair of pants." And my one friend goes, "That dude's gotta be a molester." And then I put 2 and 2 together. I go, "Oh, okay." Yeah, that's like we know what that guy was.
That's a
arrested
man
for.
that wears pants.
Is that
That's
the
what is that
same?
molesting is?
Is that the same episode where they make the when he's a fan of hammers? I don't think it is.
No,
But it
that's
made me
the
think of
episode
it. No,
where that's the episode where their uncle doesn't want Spencer to take care of
Oh
Carly.
Yeah.
yeah, but
Yeah,
then,
where she
but
has to
then-
go back to Yamaka. No.
Yakima.
Yakima.
she's going to
That's right.
Yakima.
She's like, yeah, she has the I Heart Yakima shirt. She's like, I don't like Yakima.
Sounds like
yeah. Yeah, I remember.
And then
I was
they
watching iCarly and Dan Schneider's name came.
Put it in
I
cider.
learned to Molester. Sorry, you were saying like want to get what the topic went away.
No, but well, in that episode where she doesn't want to go to Yakima,
She doesn't want to convert
Yakima?
to Judaism.
she when they're at the airport, Spencer comes and gives her inhaler even though she hasn't had an asthma attack in like 7 years. And then that's when the uncle's like, okay, he does care.
Wait. Did you say inhaler? You're gonna trigger Donnie.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Max, is this some stupid long transition to talk about how I work with inhalers?
Do you want it to be?
Yeah. We already know about that. So.
No, I'll tell it for the podcast purposes. So yeah, guys, I work in big pharma. I work with inhalers.
Oh, Pharma Bro Donnie. Oh shit.
Dude, I have a giant Wu-Tang album collection that was seized by the government.
I was gonna ask you if Martin Shkreli gave you access to the Wu-Tang album, so I'm glad you said it.
Yeah, no, it's framed in my cubicle.
Oh, that's
But
he in
I'm not.
jail? He's
I
in
won't.
jail, right?
I won't disclose too much information just because it's big pharma, and like they're really anal about a lot of stuff. But yeah, I work with inhalers.
He
and it's
works
cool.
at a Colombian cocaine dealer. Sorry, I couldn't think of the
Yeah,
joke
we
for a
actually
second.
have started creating like cocaine inhalers for drug addicts.
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
No, it's steroids. It's inhaled.
I know a couple
steroids.
people in Conway that would like some.
Yeah.
We follow. I don't know if you follow someone on Twitter that's we went to high school with, but every once in a while she'll tweet about doing cocaine, and I'm like, oh my god, this is a real person I know, and like who like still like lives semi locally, and they tweet about their cocaine dealer all the time.
Huh.
It's pretty funny.
It's like my friend at school, like her boyfriend like sells drugs. He's like a nice guy, whatever. But she was like, yeah, like he used to be like a really big cokehead, and I'm like, really? She's like, yeah. He doesn't do it much now, but if like he's at a party and someone's like, hey Cam, we got cocaine, he'll be like, okay, and then he'll do it.
Huh.
Yeah. So back on the.
Like it's just like, okay, hard drugs.
I saw a tweet the other day that was about people being like healthier and everything, and someone like was shitting on people who eat meat or whatever and use plastic straws, and then he did a line of cocaine. Like it's in the same like conversation he's complaining about people like not being economical and like not being vegan, and then he does a fucking line of cocaine. It's like, oh, and then you just inhale gasoline. Like, cool.
I'm Marley. Welcome to UMass Band Camp.
Fucking Sour Patch Kids.
We
He
need
had
that
a
video.
He had a nasal
you know
infection
that
for
story,
2
right,
weeks.
Lucas?
I feel like we've told him.
Lucas?
We lost
Shit,
him.
guys, Donald Trump has just kicked him out.
God,
what
the
have we
turtles
done?
got to him.
What happened? I was putting my dog away. What's wrong?
Oh.
My dog down.
We
Was your
said,
dog?
did you know the Marley story with the Sour Patch Kids?
Yes, of course I do.
Okay.
But elaborate on it
Okay.
regardless if you'd like to.
Well, we had a
If
bag
we
of
have
Sour
enough.
Patch Kids, and then somebody was like snorted it or something, and then Marley made a real big line of it, and then I gave him
I think
No.
it was 3 lines, wasn't it?
No, so what happened was someone finished off the bag of Sour Patch Kids, and someone says, "Joke like, all right, who's snorting it?" And Riley just goes, "I am," and just like dumps it on the fucking coffee table.
Yeah. He took like a credit card, made like 3 lines out of the sugar.
and then
They're
I
good
gave him
size too.
I gave him a $50 bill because I had it as like spending money for the trip for him to snort
Yeah.
it through.
And
Big
I just
fancy living.
and he did it all within. This was back when Snapchat stories like videos could only be 10 seconds.
Yeah.
And so he did it all within 10 seconds. And I'll never forget afterwards, he sprinted over to the sink in my hotel room. And we had it. Those are really nice hotel rooms.
Yeah, those
And
were nice.
it had like the detachable like sink head, like not like the side one, like an actual like super nice one. And he just like sticks his head in the sink. He's just drowning out his sinuses because they were on fire.
Yeah, he had
I remember
sinus
that
infection
scream.
for like 2 weeks. It was great.
I remember I saw him the first day of school. We were back, and I was like, "Hey, Mario, what's up?" He goes, "Dude, I have a sinus infection." Like, he's like, "Dude, I have a sinus infection," and I'm like,
There may be a correlation. Are you surprised?
God, I still remember that. Oh. He screamed so fucking loudly. He was just like, "Welcome to UMass Band-Aid." He snorted and he went, "Ah!" right towards the sink.
that was the same trip that someone clogged my
Oh
toilet.
my
Remember
god.
that? Andy, you were in my room for that.
I do. Yeah, I was in your room for that. Because we
Yeah, that
played.
was- Someone took the meanest shit I've ever seen, and it literally was to the brim, just full of shit in the
God,
toilet.
I know. I had to piss and I opened it and I was like, "Oh no, I can't piss."
And we had to piss
I think
Yeah,
that same year.
Oh.
Oh my God, what is his name? It's not Ben. Oh man, oh it's gonna kill me. His little brother's named
What's it?
Will. And then
Which one?
he played trumpet. my
Oh yeah,
God.
Willie.
Yeah, but his older
Oh, no.
brother's name.
No,
Kyle.
Kyle. I couldn't fucking think of it. I'm so sorry.
That-
But
Punching
Kyle,
drywall.
somehow on that trip, every single time I went to the bathroom, he was in there before me, and he just left me a perfect little deuce in the toilet, and it literally happened probably 4 times on that trip, and we were gone for 3 days.
He was the one who
was
he quit
perfect.
band for a year, and then like made it was a huge deal that he was coming back, and then halfway through the year he just quit. He's like, I can't do this anymore.
Yeah. But I said something about Martin Shkreli, and then I was wondering if he was in jail because I figured he was, but I wanted to look it up. And there's a
Yes.
recent story from April that Martin Shkreli was moved to federal prison after he was running a drug company with a cell phone from inside of prison.
Holy
Minimum security
shit.
prison, dude. It happens.
Yeah.
So now he's being moved. He's been in a low-security prison in Fort Dix, serving a 7-year fraud sentence. And he's now being held in Metropolitan Detention Center in downtown Brooklyn. So he got moved to a federal prison after running a drug
said
company
Dix.
from
That
inside.
might happen. Fort Penis.
I hate him so much. He's one of the worst people on the planet.
He really is.
Like,
Why? Because you got the Wu-Tang album before you.
yeah, dude.
That's the only reason.
Well, no, because like the company I work for, we do a lot of stuff with HIV medication, and like we take pride that like we work hard and make it like a decently affordable medication for people.
What he did was just like bare bones minimum like supervillain tactics, except he didn't ask for the $1 trillion to stop. He just did it.
He just did it. He just asked
Yeah.
for the $1 trillion. It's like Dr. Evil. I would like $1 million. I'm not
He's like-
stopping. I just want it.
What Dr. Munson?
Dude.
I want $1 billion. Wait, make it $2 billion.
Did he up it to 2?
I thought it was 2.
I thought it was just
I-
I don't remember.
backstory.
It's
Our
a lot of
school
money.
had a campaign to raise $1 billion, and all they did was remove the dots.
God, I'm so fucking triggered.
I just like how Dr. Evil, like, has like the biggest thing to ransom off and like ever, and he's like $1 million, and then his assistant is like, "You mean billion, right?" And he's like, "No, $1 million."
Because he was from like the 60s. He didn't know that $1 million wasn't that much money.
You went going, all right, yeah, for it.
I love that movie. I rewatched the first one.
I
think?
rewatched them.
The one with Beyonce.
Oh,
and I
the
forgot
third
that-
one.
Yeah, I rewatched that one and the first one, because those are the
Right.
ones that I found on Netflix, I think.
They're
but-
all on Netflix.
Okay, well, I skipped one because I definitely only watched 2. But the one with Beyonce,
it?
I was like, oh wow, Beyonce's like a pretty good actress. Like she's not horrible or anything.
Yeah. It was the one where the dude's got the golden dick, right?
Yeah, gold member.
Yeah, gold member. Okay, so yeah, you missed The Spy Who Shagged Me.
Yeah, okay. That was a while ago. But yeah,
I
it's a good movie.
I was like, oh, I have to travel back to New Hampshire. And so like I'm gonna download the movies and watch them on Netflix because you can do that. Except nope, they couldn't download those movies, so I just pirated them instead and still watched them.
Donnie, wait, you can't say that.
Sorry guys. Yar har figgle me G, being a part is RITV.
RITB.
It's too much 'cause
speaking
I've
of-
had-
No, do not
speaking of
part in
Mike
the RIT
Myers.
network. Woo!
Yeah, no, you did that, Andy.
Oh man, got some expensive warnings.
Speaking of Mike Myers, have you guys seen The Love Guru ever?
I have not.
It is
Why
a
would I watch a movie about myself?
absolutely
Alright.
horrible movie starring
Me
Donnie.
I am in the movie.
Mike Myers plays Donnie in the movie, and it's
He
horrible.
plays me.
Yeah. It's based on Donnie's real life. No, but
Really?
it's absolutely such a horrible movie, and half of it honestly doesn't make sense. The opening sequence is freaking funny though, and it's like it's to the song of "Working 9 to 5," and he's like riding an elephant. It's really weird. It's really weird. But he greets everyone by saying Mariska Hargitay, which, if you don't recognize that, that's the main character from Law and Order SVU. And so
SUV.
at one point in the movie, he's meeting a bunch of celebrities, and he's like, Mariska Hargitay, Morgan Freeman, and going down the line and saying them to like a bunch of celebrities. I don't know if Morgan Freeman is one of them, but whatever. And then he gets to the end of the line, and it's Mariska Hargitay.
Bomb.
So he just goes, Mariska Hargitay. Mariska Hargitay. It's so fucking dumb. I love it.
Speaking of celebrities and movies, one of my favorite movies that just has like random celebrities in it is The Naked Gun. If you've ever seen that,
Oh, that's a great movie.
it's so good. Like the whole beginning part where there's Weird Al. Like, and do you know the story how he this was on like
Took
Hot
some
Ones, I
a
think.
date.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
He would take girls on dates to see the movie,
and he would wear the same shirt he wore in the scene. Yeah.
and they would just look, and he'd be like, "Yeah, it's me."
Is that you?
But anyway, my favorite part is at the end when they're at like the precinct, and OJ Simpson is one of the detectives that's like working there,
Does he
and I just sit there and I'm like, oh, OJ Simpson, he was an actor
He's on Twitter
and a
now.
football player before he went to jail.
Like watching a bunch of the old movies where it says fucking like Harvey Weinstein. I mentioned it before,
Yeah.
but we
Yeah.
watched like Scary Movie like 2 or 3 at college or whatever, just because Halloween,
think-
Halloween or whatever.
What's the tweet?
And his name showed up, everyone just would.
There was a tweet that had to do with OJ Simpson. He tweeted something like, "Stop posting this picture of me," and somebody replied with, "What are you gonna do? Kill my wife?" And it was just a great comeback.
Yeah, his Twitter, it's real. It's there.
Yeah,
He posts videos all the time, doesn't he? Like he doesn't even tweet. He just posts videos when he wants to tweet.
I got a little getting even into.
My favorite ones, I think, were the ones where he gave like advice on watching the Democratic debates. He's like, now remember, don't let some bullshit ass analyst tell you who to root for. It's only your decision and your vote. That's my bad OJ Simpson
I
impression.
What are you
can't wait
gonna
till
do?
I
Kill
can't wait
my
till
wife.
he's like in 2020. He's like, "Hey, look, y'all got a new car." Turns the camera to 2024 Bronco.
Dude,
The white Ford.
who's the comedian that has that bit? Is it John Mulaney?
It's John Mulaney. Is it Tom Segura?
I don't know. One of them has the bit about you killed your wife. You killed your wife so hard that they stopped making the Ford Bronco.
Wait, I told you the guy's story. This is an OJ story. So I had a professor, my freshman year. He was a big, tall, like black guy that kind of looked like a football player. He walks into class one day, and he's wearing these leather gloves that look kind of like the OJ gloves. And my friend just goes, "If the glove fits."
No.
And we all just lost it. We're like, what?
Bro, he's got big hands. What do you want him to do? Dude, the
Still believes
gloves
you.
weren't gonna fit. They weren't
I
gonna
still
fit.
believe
Speaking
he
of that,
should have
though,
made a
that's my
Nintendo
favorite
Power
ending.
Glove commercial.
That's my favorite ending to a Seinfeld episode. Is the one where the woman wears the bra as the shirt. You guys remember that?
Yeah.
Say that again.
So there's a woman in Seinfeld. She's like a minor recurring character who doesn't wear. So Elaine buys her a bra, and she thinks it's a shirt, and just wears it like around town without a shirt on.
Oh. Okay.
And Kramer ends up crashing his car because he sees her because she has big
He's
boobs,
horny.
and just wearing a bra. So he crashes his car, and so they're in court at the end of the episode, like suing her over it. And they're like, "Do you have the article of clothing in question?" Like, yes. And she's like, "Well, have her try it on." And so she tries it on over her shirt. And Kramer's lawyer is like, "A bra." He's like, "Of course it wouldn't fit. It's over a shirt. A bra's got to fit right up underneath the skin. You know, right nice and tight, like a glove." And the episode just ends. He yells "like a glove," and the episode ends.
I gotta watch more Seinfeld because I definitely have not seen that episode.
Do you want to watch it in Spanish?
No, I do not want your Spanish
I
box
will
set.
though.
Because I have a Seinfeld Spanish
Won't
box
be
set.
for me.
Dude, that's Lucas's Christmas
My
disc
Christmas
gift.
dinner.
It's missing one of the discs.
That makes it
I'll make
better.
do.
That makes it more special.
Yeah.
You should get
More
English set
unique.
and put it in there, and then so when he gets to that disc and he switches to that, and it's all of a sudden in English, he gets very confused.
I'll get pissed.
Let's talk about Lucas like he's not here.
Where the fuck is
Hey guys, remember when Lucas was here?
man,
Yeah,
fuck
dude, where'd he go? He just kind of disappeared.
it.
Oh no, I think he went to go
Put
put
down
down
his
his other
dog.
dog.
Yeah, I got two.
Down his other dog.
I got two.
Put down.
We
Yeah,
don't know what we said.
No, the dog's barking too loud. He has to put it down.
That's fine. And over with the
That's what the Shansei wanted to do to our cat. He wanted to get a cat and put it in. Every time we had to go on vacation, he was gonna put it down and then buy a new one. Whenever
No,
we
you
came.
heard him wrong. He said he was gonna go down on it. That's different.
Oh, okay.
But you don't.
I
Makes
watched
sense.
I
No, that
watched an
makes sense.
SNL sketch today where it was like a dating game, and there's this one old dude who is played by the guy who played Maximus in Gladiator or whatever that movie is.
Russell Crowe.
Russell Crowe.
Yeah.
And he was playing this old dude that was answering everything really sexually, and the lady asks, "What's your greatest fear?" And Pete Davidson just like yields his answer to this guy, and he goes, I would have to say getting throat cancer from too much cunnilingus." It's so
That
fucking
sounds like,
dumb.
like an Indian people Facebook thing.
It's so funny though.
Good.
And then the host is like, "What are you saying?" And he says, if I do it one more time, I will get throat cancer. It's so stupid. It's great sketch. I watched like 3 dating sketches in a row because they just came up on YouTube, and I was just in the mood of watching SNL sketches because I was watching Gus and Eddie and they were talking about a few of them, so I looked them up. But then I watched
Was
these
it the
ones.
episode with Jack's film?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good episode.
And the first one I watched was there's like 3 guys, and it was an MTV parody, and honestly all of their answers sounded exactly like MTV, like the old dating shows like Next and stuff. It was horrible. And they go through their introductions. They ask the first question, they're all being like really like sexual and like coming on to the girl. And then the host says, like, "A fun fact about our guest is she's my daughter." And then all the people are like, "Oh, yes, sir, I'll treat your daughter right, blah, blah, blah." It's so funny. They get all intimidated. But it sounds
That's
exactly like an MTV show.
So I was in the lab for a while yesterday talking with the lab manager at work, and he was telling me, he's like, yeah, we used to have a guy working here, and he used to go out to the bars most nights, he was like 22, 23, and there was this one guy who worked here who said, he's like, now, I know you frequent the bars, so just remember, you ain't never going out with my daughter. And the guy says as a joke, he's like, oh no, I'm meeting her tonight. Just as a joke.
Right.
And then later he's sitting at the bar and he gets talking with this cute little girl. Not little girl, you know what I mean. Young girl who's like about his age. Sorry guys, I'm a pedophile. So he's sitting there, and so she's like, oh yeah, my dad works for this company. He goes, oh no way, me too. Who's your dad? Turns out to be that guy. And so straight up, he's just like wasn't intending to. Just happens to be out with this guy's daughter all night. And then the next day he's like, hey Jim, I went out with your daughter last night. He's like, yeah, bullshit. He goes, no, she was wearing this. She was here at this time. And he was like, what the hell?
That's
I love it.
God.
It's he never talked to her or saw her ever again after that. Like he never intended to actually go out with her. It was just the one day he's like, yeah, you're never gonna have a date with my daughter. He sees her at the bar that same night.
Almost like out of spite at that point.
Yeah.
I'm rage dating.
Oh yeah, I can't.
That's like a weird coincidence thing, and I have one that I'd like to share. So, backstory. I've been watching NCIS on Netflix just as something to watch.
Yeah, dude.
And it's a great show. A lot of people shit on it, but
it's the original one,
it's
right?
a great show. Yeah,
The good one.
I only like the regular one. I don't like Los Angeles. I hate Los Angeles, actually.
Yeah, but
all the other ones are garbage.
And I haven't watched too much of New Orleans or whatever it is. But anyway, so I've been watching this show, and the other day I was texting two of my sisters, and one of them scrolls up in the conversation and sees a really old text from 7th grade. And it was me thanking them for helping me on an essay that I was writing for history class. And I said, my essay on John Paul Jones, I got an A or whatever. And so all of a sudden, one of my sisters asks me, who is John Paul Jones? And I go, you mean this Led Zeppelin bassist? And they start laughing, and then they send the screenshot, and I'm talking about the Revolutionary War hero. And they're like, isn't it a Revolutionary War hero? And we're laughing our butts off about this. We talked about it at dinner when I actually saw them the other day. And then the next day, I watched NCIS, and the first episode I watched that day, fucking Ducky said something about John Paul Jones, and then Palmer said, the Led Zeppelin bassist? And then Ducky came back with, no, the Revolutionary War hero. And it was the weirdest fucking thing, because I already had that conversation that week.
That's wild.
It was weird. On that note,